So the history between Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois is that these guys are both out of Great Britain. Um, they both have history with Team Great Britain, even though Dubois is someone who didn't go the Olympic route like Anthony Joshua did. He went ahead and just went pro early, and that's why he's in a position why he's at now. Because a lot of people think that he's like 30 years old, 35. He's only 26 years old. He fought Usyk at 25, so it's a lot of things that people don't realize when it comes to his career and how much he's doing early. But he's a guy that Frank Warren has always looked at as the guy who could be the next Anthony Joshua. And with the position he's in now, he can kind of do that early and spoil the party, and he can become the top fighter, the top heavyweight at Great Britain. And if he is over Anthony Joshua, that can cause a lot of issues, especially for Anthony Joshua's career, because it'll be hard to bounce back when you got a situation coming off of a loss to a guy like Usyk and then Dubois, and when you try to consider yourself the top heavyweight, a lot can go wrong, but a lot can go right. But overall, it looks like Daniel Dubois been looking at this moment this whole time, and he knew that he would be in this position. And with Anthony Joshua, it's not like everything's been laid out for him. He still had to go out there and win, but he's been a lot more prepared, a lot more experience, a lot more time. I think he learned a lot from the losses he's taken. But with Dubois, he's going to cause a lot of issues for a guy like Anthony Joshua. And with the history of both of these guys being almost placed at the throne as far as being the top guy in Great Britain, even though you have guys like Tyson Fury still hanging around, more so Dubois and Joshua are looked at as the guys who was like the next up. So now with Joshua trying to retain the undisputed crown that he basically let slip away, he had it right there at his doorstep and never really used it. Never took the opportunity to make it happen. He had plenty of opportunities with Wilder and with Fury. But now, looking back, it was almost a mistake to kind of wait. But he still has the opportunity. Daniel Dubois is not an easy opponent. But also, this is a guy who's trying to spoil the party. Dubois is not trying to go out here and take another loss, especially after the loss he's taken to Usyk. I think he's taking that personal. By now, people haven't realized it. I know he's got a lot of credit for the wins he's had so far, but the loss that he took to Usyk, a lot of people gave him flack for it. Didn't get a lot of credit for it, for the things he did, the challenges he's taken, the injuries he had. He was coming off of big injuries as well, so a lot of things is coming to place for him. And he's proving a lot of doubters wrong right now. A lot of people wanted to write him off. And that's the bad thing about taking fights early when you're a guy at that age, because they'll write you off quick if you're not really producing. If you're not really making things happen, they're going to try to write you off quick. And with the big baby fight, they seen flashes, but with that Hergovic fight, people realize that he's definitely on the map and he's here to show up. And he's trying to win and trying to be the best. And with Anthony Joshua, he knows that Dubois is a threat right now. He takes him very serious. He knows that he's not trying to take another loss. This will be the biggest fight, the biggest win in probably history. This will definitely be the biggest upset of the year. I don't think a lot of people are picking Daniel Dubois to win this fight. So with that being said, that would be a historic upset. But with Joshua, he's not trying to compete with Dubois or anything like that, but the expectations for him over the years, it's been pretty high. At this point right now, he's kind of looking over his shoulders and just thinking that maybe maybe he's thinking that maybe he's not as good as he thought he was. If he takes a loss to a guy like Dubois. We've heard a guy like Hergovic say that recently, and it kind of backfired on him. But I think right now Joshua's very confident. He doesn't feel like he's going to take a loss to a guy like Dubois right now. But it can all change when the fight gets close. We don't know right now for sure. When the fight gets close, then we'll know if Joshua is overconfident or if he's just sure of himself. But with a guy like Dubois and what he's doing right now and the age he's at, he's getting a lot of experience quick. And it seems like it's starting to help him out. Because as each fight goes by, he's starting to learn a lot more, do a lot more. His confidence is getting higher. So he's going to cause a lot of issues for a guy like Joshua. Joshua definitely has to watch out for the things that Dubois is bringing to the table. But with the history they have, sometimes history kind of fools you, you know. Maybe Joshua might think he knows a certain Daniel Dubois, and it might not be the same guy that was around 2 or 3 years ago. So it all depends. With the history they have, we'll have to see. But overall, I think it's going to be an excellent fight. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.